Meet Mark. He's done everything society told him to do. Study hard, get a degree, find a good job, work for 40 years, and somehow he's still not wealthy. What if the biggest financial lie isn't about investing or saving, but about work itself? Millions of Americans wake up every morning believing they're getting ahead, but they're actually running in place because making money and building wealth are not the same thing. And most people discover the difference far too late. Mark lands a good job. $60,000 a year. He feels successful. Then comes the apartment, the car payment, the subscriptions, the credit cards. Soon, every dollar already has a destination. Then he gets a raise and does what most people do. He upgrades his lifestyle. Bigger income, bigger spending, same financial position. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it's silently destroying wealth. Most Americans don't become poor overnight. They slowly spend their future away. One car payment, one subscription, one upgrade at a time. And because everyone around them is doing the same thing, it feels normal. But normal doesn't create wealth. Wealth starts when spending stops, controlling your decisions. Every dollar has two choices: spend today or work for you tomorrow. Investing isn't about getting rich quickly. It's about getting rich eventually. A single dollar invested today can become many dollars tomorrow. Time is the most powerful asset you'll ever own. Most people chase higher returns. Smart investors chase more time. The earlier you start, the less money you need. Waiting 5 years can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. The biggest mistake isn't investing badly. It's never starting. Consistency beats perfection. Small amounts invested every month can grow into something life-changing. The secret isn't timing the market. It's staying invested. Small actions repeated for decades create extraordinary results. That's the power of compound growth. Tiny steps becoming massive wealth over time. Millionaires are often built through boring habits, not flashy lifestyles, but years of saving, investing, and staying consistent. No lottery tickets, no gambling, no shortcuts. Just a proven path built on patience, discipline, and smart investing. This is why wealth looks slow at first. Then suddenly it doesn't. Compound interest rewards patience and punishes procrastination. Every year matters. The best time to invest was years ago. The second best time is today. Let's compare two people. Same age, same city, different habits. One spends everything. The other invests 15%. At first, they look exactly the same. 5 years later, still similar. 10 years later, the gap begins. 20 years later, the difference becomes enormous. One owns liabilities. The other owns assets. One needs to work. The other has options. The goal isn't to become rich. The goal is freedom from debt. Freedom from financial stress. Freedom to choose how you spend your life. And once you start seeing money this way, everything you thought you knew about spending, saving, and working starts to break apart. But this is only the beginning. Because what comes next is something most people never learn. Most people think saving money is what makes you rich, but saving alone is not enough if your system is broken. Because no matter how much you save, if you keep spending everything else, you reset back to zero every month. That's why most people feel like they're always starting over financially. They're not failing because of income. They're failing because of structure. Let me show you what a strong financial structure actually looks like. Step 1, automate your savings before you even see your money. Because if you see it first, your emotions will decide what happens to it. And emotions are terrible financial managers. That's why automation beats discipline. Every single time. Now step 2, reduce financial noise. Most people don't realize they're leaking money in 10 different directions. Small leaks don't feel dangerous until you see the total damage. Step 3, understand what actually builds wealth. It's not income alone. It's not luck. It's income plus behavior plus time. Now let's talk about buying decisions again, because this is where everything breaks. Every time you buy something, you are voting for your future. Most people vote for short-term comfort and long-term regret. Wealthy people vote differently. They understand something simple. Not every desire deserves action. That pause between wanting and buying is where wealth is built. Because most people never pause. They just react. And reactions are expensive. Now let's go deeper. Why do people overspend, even when they know better? Because spending feels like progress, even when it isn't. Buying something new creates temporary happiness. But that happiness doesn't last. So people chase it again. This is how consumption becomes a habit. And habits shape financial destiny. But habits can be rewritten. It starts with awareness, then discipline, then consistency. That's how wealth is actually built, not with big wins. Most people underestimate small actions, but time never does. Time is the multiplier, not income. That's why starting early matters so much. Even small amounts become large over time, but only if you actually start. Most people don't. And that hesitation becomes expensive. Years pass faster than people think. And one day, it becomes too late to catch up easily. That's the hidden cost of delay, not failure. Delay, because in the end, wealth is not about how much you earn. It's about how long you let your money work without interruption.